Alright folks, today we are going to change out the hubs. But it could be a good video on changing rotors. We're actually going to get into the hubs, but I'll show you how to change the rotor too, because we're going to have to get to that. But I got my hubs right here. And these hubs have a sensor in them that can cause a little bit of havoc to your ABS braking system and all that kind of stuff. So I have the ABS lights on, so I am going to attempt to replace this and see if it's a problem. I only got the rear two, and we're also getting a little bit of sound out of the rear as well, so we're gonna just replace the rear two, and if that doesn't fix it, we'll replace the front two. All I've done up to this point is take off the tire. If you do not know how to take off a tire, please do not attempt this job. It's beyond you. Okay? There are two jack points. You can jack up the front and get a jack stand under there. There's a little diamond that shows you where the jack point is at. I don't know if you can see it under there. But it's kind of like an arrow that shows you where to put your jack stand. Next, we're just going to take off the brake caliper. We're actually going to take the whole thing off. There's two bolts back here. One and two right there. So we're going to take both those off, and this will also allow us to take off the rotor, so we'll be able to change the rotor. So I'll put that on the video as well. Change the rotor, this bad boy right here. And the reason we want to change it is because of this little thing right here that sends information to the vehicle, and these tend to break, dry, crack, get fouled up, and that's what I believe the problem is. I'm not 100% sure, but you're gonna get a video on replacing the hub. Again, right here and right here, takes this whole caliper out of the way. Then we're gonna remove this screw right here, and then you believe it or not, this whole rotor is gonna come off. All right, this is your standard T25 right here. So get that thing off. May need a mallet to shimmy shake that thing. All right, guys, let's go over the rest of this. I'm going to tell you, need 22 millimeter for the taking off the tire. You need 18 millimeter for the rest, and then you need the T25 to take that out. So once you take that out, you whack your rotor a couple times. Rotor comes off. Be careful with that unless you're replacing it. Make sure you don't have your parking brake set. Sometimes when you work on your car, if you're like me, you set your parking brake. You can't have your parking brake set when you're changing the hub, because there's your parking brake. So don't set your parking brake when you're doing your hub. Make sure you chock your wheels. All right, and to get the hub out, if you want to change your hub, which is what we're doing here, it's 1, 2, 3. And we're just going to take those three bolts out. Obviously, I loosened them already. Easy peasy. Put the new one in. Put the new one in there. Then I'm just gonna put those screws back in. That's it, man. That's how easy it is. It went really easy. Again, if you set your parking brake to work on your cars, you will have to release it to do your rear hubs. The only difference on the front is you're going to have a castle nut to take off, okay? So That's it. And you won't be able to take one of these bolts in the back all the way out. You'll just have to let it rest in there because of the way the knuckle on the front end is. Other than that, it's the exact same process. Another thing you may want to do is for the hub, you may want to put a little dab of thread locker on there. I actually think that those 3 screws, I think the factory recommends you put a little thread locker on there. I think they actually recommend you even use new bolts. But I'm going to reuse mine and put a little dab of thread locker on there. Make sure you follow all safety, whatever you gotta do, what they say. Do what they say. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Appreciate y'all. Some of these videos do well, some not so well, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.